Okay, yeah, so like I was saying, the way you tell whether a Harry Potter is a first edition or not is first off by glancing at the back cover of the book. You can see the first edition right here has a year symbol. So all first editions will have a little year symbol. So in this case it says year 2 because it's the second book, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, and the non-first edition does not have that symbol. Additionally, you can go to the ISBN page on these books and compare there. So as you can see on the left one, which is the first edition, it says right here, first American edition, June 1999. And on this one, it just says printed in USA and does not say that. So that's pretty much the best indicator. And yeah, it's a good thing to know. If you see a set of Harry Potter books, buy it whether it's first edition or not if you get it cheap enough, because they will sell. And if it's first edition, you get a full set, you're looking at about 150 bucks. So if the condition's good. So that's how you tell that. And let me finish listing these now. Take one more picture of the full set. This is picture 10. Then I'm going to open up this one just to show first edition. There is one first edition, I don't know the difference on this, that is worth more than the others. It's in one of the later books, but some are actually worth more than others. They're rarer prints or something like that. I've had people inquire about that before. I don't remember exactly what the detail was, but there's something there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Harry Potter's a great thing to look out for. I find them all the time pretty cheap. Even if you find individual books, they still sell very well, whether that's on Amazon or eBay. So yeah, just make sure you're buying them, and that's pretty much it. My last picture will be another first edition, and that's it for this set. So that lot is for a first edition lot of books. Let's try to stack them in order here. So we'll go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These to the side for now. This is kind of my like in progress shelf. I can organize it better. For stuff like that, I don't really need an inventory system, but for my smaller stuff, I do put it in totes that are labeled just for letters, just so I can reference the tote and look for it really quickly, because once you get a few hundred items, inventory does become an issue. So I'm gonna list that set, and then I'm going to list a full set of non-first edition Harry Potter really quick, which I have the rest right here. Oh, look at all this hoard, it's bad. So grab all that. And I try not to list like and unlike items together, but it does happen. So there's the 2 first edition. Oh wow, are a lot of these first edition? Did I mess that up? I might have. Or I bought a lot of first edition in that second set. Oh my god, this is a headache now. Alright, so that's what happens when you're not organized. I didn't realize I had a full second set of first edition. So there's 1. Let's see if I have this set here. 2. So I bought another set at a thrift store, and I thought they weren't first edition, but they actually might have been. 3. Oh wow. 4. 5. So I'm missing a 6. Shit. Alright, I'm actually gonna have to redo that listing then, unfortunately. But let's get it done really quick. So what I like to do in between my listings, this just helps me keep track of everything, is I take a picture of just the plain white background, and when I'm looking at the files on my computer, that serves as a separating mark. So really helpful thing to do. Oh my god, I cannot believe that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now I just need a 6. Which I have right here. So I'll have one complete first edition set here, which instead of selling for $100 for 6 books, you get about $150 for the full 7. So let me get on that. Do the same pictures like I did before. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 right here. All right, I'm gonna do a double white background shot and getting right into this. Take the spine pictures. And go slightly brighter on these. Also, it looks good like that actually. Did a little darker on this, actually gives it a more rich contrast. So I'm going to take a picture of that. I'm going to take a picture of the top. Take a picture of the front. Then I'm going to lay all of them out like I did in the earlier video, or earlier in the video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this doesn't have to be perfect. This is just showing that it's the complete set right here. And you're really selling things with the visual references that you give. Like your image sells everything in this case. So you want to make sure your pictures are clear, crisp. Yeah, because as much as you're selling the books, you're selling the pictures. So, all right, got that. Now I will open up the first book to the first edition. Show that. And the first edition Harry Potter was printed in October of 1998 in the US, so kind of nuts. It's been a long time since these things were published. 20 years, really. 21 years, jeez. I remember reading these in school. Alright, so got the first edition there, then we're going to go to each cover. It's about 3 or 4 pictures so far, and this will put it to 10 or 11. And this is just so there's no question about, oh, this cover had a little ding on it, or this one had whatever. You know, you see what you get. You get what you see. And now this does take a little longer, like I was saying, but it's worth it in this case, because you're talking about maybe, say, taking 5 or 10 extra minutes to make an extra $30, so it is worth it. So that's the full set there. And then I will take one more overarching photo, boom. And that's the set. And let's see, I'll just put them in order like this, 3, 4, should be 5, yep. So maybe I'll do some stuff in between this set of Harry Potter, just because, oh, they're heavy. That'll make it a little easier. Now, ideally, I'd want to have a computer set up in here, and that's probably the next step, but I'm going to be moving, so I'm really just worried about getting stuff listed and sold, essentially. So yeah, right here, as you can see, I didn't realize I had such a close to a full first edition other set. I thought it was just a regular set. So I have 5 of the 7 for the next one. Or 4 of the 7. Alright, whatever. So. 6 of the 7. Again, organizations keep 5 of the 7. I have doubles. It's ridiculous. Anyway, let's start listing the next one. Right here. Listing some HP ink toner cartridges. I bought a bunch of these on Gov Deals, and I've got a few at estate sales, so just turn this on and off. I need a white picture for the separator. And then I'm just taking a few pictures of these. Nice full shot, close up on the model number and the series it goes for. And the top of the box to show it's sealed a little bit. Back of the box just shows expiration date, and I'm just flipping through it real quick, showing all the sides of it. Bottom, show there's a little damage to the box, which is an issue to some people, but other people it does not matter. And then boom, one more on the front. And then white background. Sometimes I'll hold up 2 in one of the pictures just to so I remember when I'm listing that I have 2 of that particular ink, like in this case. I actually have 3 of them, but one is a slightly different box, so I'm not sure what you guys would do. I'd actually list this separately, because some people will only want to buy this type of box if they're resellers or something. There's a lot of companies that resell ink. There's also companies that resell calculators, you know, and they do a lot of eBay online arbitrage. If you list popular inks, you'll at a reasonable price with offers allowed, you'll almost instantly get offers for these kind of inks from those companies. So I'm going to list those. Will I throw this one in? I'll list this one separately. Just because you don't want any issue or hassle with that kind of stuff. Well, I think you could get away with it with most people, you never know. So HP, and then we're gonna go down here. The model number, boom. Let's see that. I'm going up top. I may, the right move might have been to separate these 2 with, let me see what I did here. So I did do the white separation, but I might have wanted to take pictures of a different color ink because that might confuse me when I'm referencing it on the computer. But that's why I like to do batches of about 10 items. Because then it's still fresh in my mind. I know how many of each one I'm listing and stuff like that, so. And my background here, that's just a white sheet tacked up to the wall in the window there. Pretty simple setup. I've tried other things, but white sheet seems to work well just because I can wash it. Throw it in the wash with some bleach. Cleans up real quick. I don't have to worry about buying paper, unraveling paper, and all that kind of shit. So I have these guys right here. I will list I'm gonna go 1 yellow. Take background shots. No. Here's my separator shot. Then we're going boom. Like that. Just taking pictures, you know. Nothing too complicated. Put to the back, the side. And I usually try to take a picture of both, like the front. The front is usually my first picture, and then I try to end it with the front as well. Because I think the first thing people see and the last thing people see are what they remember. So that's kind of what you want to go for. So we did that. Why stick on them. I guess whoever had them put sticky notes. So then we go in here. Separate our image. And I'm using a Canon G7X Mark II camera for my photos. It's also a great blogging camera, whatever, but unfortunately people at estate sales and stuff don't want a camera in their face, and I totally understand, so gotta be a little more stealthy. And typically when I'm listing, I like to listen to music or a podcast or other resellers on YouTube, just to get an idea of what they're talking about, what's working for them. And you get other great ideas. Just like the more you absorb yourself in people that actually care about the industry they're working in and are actually out there doing it, the more stuff you absorb and know. And you know, not everyone works the same way. You might do one thing one way that someone else does another way, and both ways could work, you know, could be the right way for you. So just figure out what works for you and do it. I think a lot of people get too caught up in the theory of doing things, and they don't ever actually do what they are thinking about. So it's, a lot of people call that analysis paralysis, where you think too much and act too little. And I'm guilty of it too a lot of times, but I'm trying not to be as much. So, and then to front, separator, and you kind of see my workflow here. This is easier because it's you know, it's just consistent ink boxes, but I can fly through stuff, fly through the photography aspect of it anyway, and still take pretty dang good pictures. I separate, I did good. Magenta. So all this was HP ink and toner, OEM toner, or genuine toner. Stuff's very expensive if you need to buy it new from HP, so it's a great thing to resell. Last one up front. You want your pictures to take up as much space as possible, because when people are scrolling by, it's usually a tiny little box. And if it takes up the whole space in your camera field of view, it'll take up most of the white space in the field of view on eBay when people are scrolling by. And that is very important, actually. When I first started taking pictures, I took them in a dark room. I don't even have great lighting. I have overhead fluorescent lighting. That's all you really need, as long as it's apt lighting. But some people get carried away. As long as you have good lighting and an okay camera, you'll take just fine pictures. But the idea is you want to have as good or better pictures than 90% of people listing the same item as you. Again, because you're selling the image. People can't feel or touch any of this stuff. They have to judge everything based on that image and your description. But you know, like they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words, so take good pictures. Frick, did I separate that? I gotta get a little better at remembering if I separated the shots or not, but okay, I did. This box is a little chewed up, but toner is still certainly good. Now this is a Staples brand compatible ink for HP 74A. This is not HP ink. Big difference. So. All right, so in that time I photographed, I don't know how long that was, but it was a little dirt on there, I don't like that. I photographed one set of Harry Potter books, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ink things, so that's 8 items total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items. I'm going to do 2 more, and that should be it for what I am going to take photos of. Or this is an expensive thing I need to list. A sealed Microsoft Natural keyboard. So, separator shot. Let me get that $7.99 Savers price tag off there before I start these. Now there is another little piece of gunk right there. I'm just gonna leave that. But something like a Savers price tag, you're gonna want to try to get most of it off of. For Amazon, you could not leave anything like this on there. That little rip right there would be enough to disqualify your item as brand new. So, I don't even do Amazon. I have collected stuff because I want to do it. You know, when I see sealed stuff at people's houses or at thrift stores or garage sales or whatever, I do try to pick it up, and I have a little box full of barcoded stuff. And I don't use any of those apps like Scoutify or any of that. I just use the Amazon seller app. I scan it, and it seems to have a decent enough rank with reviews at a price that makes sense. I'll buy it. But unfortunately, I probably have 2 shelves full of stuff that's just barcodes for Amazon, and I have yet to send anything in, which I really do want to do, but just have not got around to it. So if you guys know any good guides of just going from 0 to 100 in Amazon, I'd love to. Well, unfortunately, that's right on the elite part. Shit. It'll be what it'll be, so. Okay. Nice wide frame shot. A little brighter on that. Oh, that's good. So that ready for Windows 98 and USB, huh? All right. Take a picture up top, so people can see the actual model number. Because stuff like this, they made a bunch of different models of them over time, so you want to make sure you let people know which one you have, whether that's through your description or your pictures. And I always say, please reference pictures in the description typically, because that's as good or better of an explanation than whatever you're gonna write. But I do write if there's anything seriously that if there's anything significant that I need to depict, I'll try to include that. All right. Already got the back, but I'll get that again. Bottom, the side. Oops. And that's the last one right there. I'll take. So that's number 9. I'm gonna get one more item. Let's see what the last item will be for today. So everything on here, it's chaos right now, but these 5 items are listed. All of this ink is listed. All that ink is listed. And pretty much this shelf I'm going to be working on tonight. So I'm going to make sure I get all that done. And then I have to deal with the other Harry Potter book set. What do I want to list as my last item? What are the choices? Maybe I should list that receiver I got today. Let's see. I will list, heck, I'll list this Miller, vintage Miller bar alarm, not alarm clock. No, it's just a vintage bar clock. But show you guys what this looks like all plugged in and stuff. It's kind of a cool piece. I paid up for it. I paid $15 for it, which was, I paid too much, honestly. I should have capped out at 10, but comps are going for about 50 to 60 bucks on this, and it just seemed like a cool piece. So this is what it's like unlit up, and that's what it's like lit up. So kind of just a cool piece. This is from someone's, it was in someone's house, but I guess they had it in their basement. They had a nice little bar set up. So let's see. The first picture I will take with the light on. Just showing it worked. Take a nice vertical shot like that. And I'm going to actually take one with the lights off just so people can really see it glow. So it's going to get dark for a second. Boom. You're not bump into stuff. Ugh, it's dark. So boom, hitting that. That way you can just see the lights. And then just take a bunch of pictures, that's it. Now this piece is a little damaged right here. There's a dent, a little bit of paint coming through, but that would be easily fixed with a little bit of touch-up paint probably. I'll take one without any lighting. Flip it over. Take a picture of the back. It's a nice little pull cord on it. And we have a little sign here. It says a code and Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, USA, 86. So this is from 1986. Kind of a cool piece. One last picture. That's it. I don't like taking vertical pictures, but sometimes it just makes sense. So pretty much that's it. I've taken my 10 items. Just scroll through real quick. You can just see all the pictures. You see little breaks in there. Like just a blank white thing is a break between items I took pictures of. There's ink. And that's it. So if you're looking for a listing methodology or just to see how someone does it, I'm sure other people do it other ways, but this seems to work decently for me as far as being efficient. For most of my first year listing, I just used my phone on the app, and while that works, it's a lot slower than doing it like this in batches. So let me know what you guys thought. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Always fun on the button.